Good morning. How are you? It's so good to see you. We'll sing and be happy, 'cause we're all here together again. Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Tuesday. I am wearing a hat today because it is super breezy, and I didn't feel like having my hair blow all over the place, so threw a hat on. I'm afraid some of my papers might blow away, so we'll just have to wait and see. All right, let's go ahead and get started as we always do with our calendar. We are still in the month of May. We're going to come all the way down to here. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Look at that number. Number 12. What is a 12? It's a 1 and a 2. What does that 1 represent? One group of 10. And what does the 2 represent? 2 extra ones. One group of 10, 2 extra ones. How many days are in your week? 7. Let's sing them. Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 7 days in your week. How many months in your year? 12. Let's sing them. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. Very good. Alrighty, let's take a look at our essential question. We are talking about natural resources. How can things in nature be used to make new things? Natural resources. Alrighty, let's take a look. Alright, what they want us to do is talk about some words that is food, and if it's made from a grain, if you remember yesterday's story, a grain is what is used to make bread. Okay, so if it is made from a grain, which is something that is bread-like, then you're going to clap your hands twice. Okay, and if it's not, then we're just going to. Okay, so the first word, flour. The kind of flour that you bake with is a flour made from a grain. Yes, I would agree. All right, what about cheese? Is cheese made from a grain? No, it's not made from a grain. Cheese is actually made from milk. Most cheeses are made from milk. It's a type of dairy. All right, the next one. A bun, like a hamburger bun. Is a bun made from a grain? Yes. All right, what about bread? Yeah, we just read that story yesterday, right? What about an orange? What about an orange? No. Oranges grow on what? Trees. All right, let's do one more. How about a muffin? Is a muffin made from a grain? Yeah. The base part of a muffin is. You can add fruits and different stuff, but the muffin itself is made from a grain. All right, very, very good. All right, so what we're going to do before we get into our story, we always do our second read. What I would like to do is I would like to do just some blending, just some old school blending. We've been doing this all year long, so this is nothing new. The words we're going to blend today are some long O words, okay? All right, so here we go. Tell me the word. Oat. What's the word? Note. Good. Oat. Hope. Old. Old. Good, that one was kind of hard to say. All right, you ready? O's. Nose. O. So. Qu. Oat. Qu. Oat. Quote. Very good. J. oak, joke. G-o, go. R-ope, rope. Very good. Very good. All right, so I'm going to say some words. And what I want you to do is I want you to tell me if, nope, these are all long O's. What I want you to do is go ahead, if you don't have a crayon and paper nearby, go ahead and hit pause, because I would like for you guys to sound out some of these words and write them yourself. I have my dry erase board, and I write the words a lot, but I want you guys to practice these, okay? So hit pause if you don't. And if you do, let's go ahead and get those crayons and paper ready. I'm going to read some words. You're going to sound out the word, and don't forget that helper E. The helper E is what makes that O say its name, okay? All right, the first word I want you to write. Ready? Hope. Ope. Go ahead and write that word. All right, did you get it? Ope. H-O-P-E. All right, don't forget that helper E, because if you don't have that helper E, then it says op. That says hop. All right? Rope. R-ope. Rope. Go ahead and write it. Ready? R-ope. R-O-P-E. Helper E at the end, all right? Ready? Toe. T-O. Toe. Did you get it? T-O. T-O-E. Now, if it was just T-O, then that would be two, like you're going to the store, but this is toe. We need that helper E for O to change its sound. All right? Let's go ahead and do one more. One more. Road. Road. Like I rode a horse. Road. R-ode. Road. Get it? You guys are getting good, right? All right. R-O-D. R-O-D-E. Don't forget that helper E. I know it's hard. It's hard sometimes. All right. So let's go ahead and take a peek back at our big book. We're going to take a look at our big book again. And then this time we're going to reread the story, and I'm going to ask you guys some questions throughout the story, just like we usually do during our second read, okay? All right, so here we go. Bread comes to life. Remember, this is an informational text. It gives facts about real events, real things or events, and it is a nonfiction. Remember, nonfiction stories are real stories, and it is an informational text, which is a nonfiction. Okay? All right, so we are going to reread Bread is Life. I'm sorry, bread is life, actually. Bread comes to life, a garden of wheat and a loaf to eat. Bread really is life. Bread is the food we eat every day, so many kinds in so many ways. White bread, black bread, small bread, tall bread, thin bread, twin bread, dinner rolls, bread with holes, hard day old tough bread, soft squishy fluff bread. I've never thought about bread being tall. What does that mean, tall bread? Oh, look at this. I guess if you stand it up on its side, it can be tall, right? It's a really long loaf of bread that she stuck up on its end. Can you see it? Bread is toast. Bread is crumbs. Bread is pizza. Bread is buns. How is bread made? Where is it from? This baker makes his bread from scratch by sowing wheat in his backyard patch. And soon those seeds send down roots and sprout into shoots of bright green grass. So this baker's making his bread from scratch. What that means is he is planting it from a seed. He's starting from the very beginning. Starts with a seed and then it eventually grows, right? Some of you started gardens when I came by to see you. I know Benjamin showed me his garden. Who else showed me their gardens? Balin showed me some plants that he and his mom did. Who else had a garden? My mind is playing tricks on me. I know Benjamin because I walked over and looked at his garden. Jalen started a garden, looked at his garden in the backyard. There were a few more of you. Who else had a garden? It'll come to me. I'll think about it. The days pass and that grass grows into sturdy blades, tall and straight, finely made with budding heads and bristly hair, gently waving in the air. Alright, you see how it looks like hair? It's not really hair, it just looks like hair. When the crop is ripe and old, the tops are bowed and streaks with gold, and every head of wheat contains many tiny finished grains. Time to cut the golden field, gather up the backyard yield, stack up piles of sun-dried stalks, rub them in a threshing box. It's the simple, old-time miller's craft of separating wheat from chaff. Now there's that word chaff. I think I'm saying that right because it's a rhyming book, and they said it's the simple, old-time miller's craft of separating wheat from chaff. Now, craft and chaff don't actually rhyme, but they do sound similar, so I think that's why they chose to use those words. So it looks like the wheat is cut from the field, and then the wheat is gathered, and then they pile up the stalks of wheat, and then they're rubbed in a threshing box. That's a threshing box there. I've actually never seen one of those. That may be one of those things we have to go do a little exploring, maybe find a YouTube video on how a threshing box is used. What's left are seeds, a hefty load, many times the number sowed, and each new grain of harvest wheat looks just like a loaf to eat. Now, do you see the picture of that little grain? It does look like a little tiny loaf of bread, doesn't it? The way it's shaped. Isn't that funny? Now is the hour to grind those grains into whole wheat flour. With simple tools and easy rules, it's on with the show to make up some dough and bring fresh bread to life. Yeast, honey, water, flour, salt, oil, and muscle power. What does that mean, muscle power? Yeah, it takes a little bit of work to get all that stirred together. So you're kind of using your arm muscles to get it all mixed just right. Dump it, thump it, dust it, knead it, squash it, stretch it, toss it. What do you think he's using that for? Think he's making bread? I know when people make pizza, they toss the dough in the air. Set it aside to rest and rise. It grows and grows to twice the size. Punch it down, give it some shape, let it rise again, put it in to bake. I've actually never made bread before. Maybe that's something I can try to do. Maybe I could take little videos of me trying to make bread. Miss Ball's not the best baker, but maybe for you guys I can figure it out. I know Benjamin's mommy is a baker. She's probably made bread before. Maybe we can do a Zoom call and she can teach me how to bake bread from home. Slice it fresh. It's better than cake. Now I will agree that some homemade bread fresh out of the oven, when it's nice and warm, it rivals cake. It's pretty close. It's not as sweet, but it's very good. Whatever the shape it finally takes, whatever the place it finally bakes, wherever the place it finally bakes, every day we are blessed with a mountain of bread. It's the staff of life. May all be fed. All right, so how do you guys use bread? So bread is created from a natural resource, which is wheat. It is made from the wheat. And we read the story last week of the little red hen, how she made her own bread, right? What kind of bread do you eat? Cereal? Cereal is made from bread. Well, it's made from grain. Most cereals are made from grain, which is used to make bread. So I guess I should rephrase that. How do you eat grain? Now, where do you use grain in your meals? Oatmeal, toast, croutons, pizza crust, hot dog buns, hamburger buns, regular bread for peanut butter sandwiches, right? My friend's back. What else? I use grain in a lot of things you eat. Biscuits. Ooh, biscuits. I love a biscuit. All right. We are going to take a look at our small big book. It's our big book that we have in class, just in smaller size. And we are going to read a story today that uses a lot of our long O words. Okay? We're going to do this story the same way we did last week's story. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to look at each page, try and read it yourself, and then we'll read it together. Okay? All right, so first, let's look at the title of our story. It's got our new sight word and a long O word. All right, so remember the little trick I told you? Those look like what? Eyes. The word is look. There's an exclamation mark. Look. A home. See that long O? Look. A home. All right, so look on this page. Look on this page. You've got your sight word. You've got your sight word written twice there. You've got a long I word. Oh, a couple of long I words. You've got a long A word and a long O. So make sure you're looking for that sneaky E. If you see that sneaky E, remember you need to change the sound the vowel makes. All right, here we go. Here's your sight word. Look, look. It is quite a big sight. You can make a home. Look, look. It is quite a big sight. You can make a home. Looks like a home under construction, doesn't it? All right. There's your other sight word for the week. Where. Where. Got a couple of sight words on this page. A long O word. A couple long O words. Okay, go ahead. Read it quietly. Sound it out. I guess you don't have to do it quietly. You can say it out loud. You're in your house. Go ahead and read this, and then we'll read it together. Ready? Where can a pet go? Can it go in a hole? No, no. You can make Rose a home. Where can a pet go? Can it go in a hole? No, no. You can make Rose a home. Little puppy named Rose. That's sweet. Rose needs a home. What kind of home does Rose live in? A doghouse. Unless you're my dogs, and then they live inside the house. But a lot of dogs have dog houses. All right. There we go. We've got a couple of long A words and a couple of long O words. Same long O word. This is not a pet, but we can make it a home. It is safe in a home. This is not a pet, but we can make it a home. It is safe in a home. Now, what kind of animal is that? It's one of those birds that we always hear chirping on my videos, right? And what kind of home does a bird need? If it doesn't have a nest, a birdhouse. We can build it a birdhouse. Birds are pretty safe in their nests, though, but birdhouse is a good choice as well. Got a couple of long vowel words. We got a long I, another long O, and another long, a long A. Got a couple of long vowels in here. This is a big, fine home. It can take a lot of time, but it is a fun job. This is a big, fine home. It can take a lot of time, but it is a fun job. All right, and our last page. Got our sight word. I got a long A, a long O, a long I. You ready? There's our sight word. Look what you can make. Sit on it and go up, up, up. You can have a lot of fun. I hope Hope you like it. Now, like is one of our sight words, but it does have that long I. Have is one of our sight words, but remember that's that word that has that E on the end, but the A actually does not change its sound for that one. I know it's confusing. All right. Very good. Very good. All right. Let's go ahead, take a peek at what our Your Turn practice page is for today. You are going to pull out this guy here. We are going to be putting the pictures in order of how and when they happen, okay? So we've got pictures of the baker. He is pulling the bread out of the oven. He is chopping up the wheat, and then he is kneading the dough. So what happens first when you're making bread? Do you pull it out of the oven, do you chop up the wheat, or do you knead the dough? Yeah, I think you would chop up the wheat first, right? That was what happened first. Then what? Is the bread done, or do you have to make dough? Yeah, you have to make dough. So I'd say 1, 2, and then finally, once everything's all mixed together, you can bake it and make the bread. All right, got a couple more long O words you're going to sound out and write. The first is a picture of that little critter that keeps digging up my yard. That is a mole. Remember we read a story about mole bringing down the moon a couple weeks ago. Ole mole. This arrow is pointing to this little boy's nose. O's nose. And then this down here, someone has written a note. Oat. Do not forget those helper E's. If you don't put the helper E's, that vowel doesn't change and it's just wrong. Okay? So don't forget those helper E's. And then last, it is Tuesday. So we are going to pull out our sentence starters. I hope you guys are doing these because this is such great practice for first grade. Sentence of the day. Go in there, find you a sentence starter. Anyone you want. And this week, let's go ahead and work on extending those sentences. For example, if I said, I'm going to use the sentence starter, that is a blank. That is a blank. Let's use a long O word. That is a hole. Hole. That is a hole. I might extend that sentence to say, it is really deep. Okay? So don't just use the sentence starters. I want you to use a little bit more. Add to it. Use more describing words, descriptive words, okay? All right, so that is your work for the day. Thank you for listening to me again. I love talking with you guys. I wish I could see your faces. Do that Your Turn practice page. Get your sentence of the day done. If you're still holding out on that I ready, go ahead, scoot over, do your long O work, okay? I need to make sure you guys are understanding this stuff even from far away. Come back tomorrow. I'm going to have a new story to read to you guys. It's a little bit better than Bread Comes to Life. It's not Miss Ball's favorite story, but it's interesting. I'm going to put in an order for some of those ingredients, and I'm going to try and make some bread. I'll let you know how it goes. I'll take a video. It's going to be great. Miss Ball doesn't bake. I'm not that good at it. But yeah, come back and join me tomorrow. We're going to read a story about using those natural resources. Let me show you a picture. I'll give you a sneak peek. It's called One Green Apple. One Green Apple. And it's about a little girl who is new to her school, to the country. I really like it. It's a great book. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. I love you.